We're in for a treat. We have we have a Hartford Hall of Famer. I genuinely mean that. My guest is awesome. My guest is sweet. And my guest has a lot of awesome things to say. A great friend from college. A lot of fun memories as we went through our college systems, or I should say college lives. And then now we'll first look right here to talk about the crazy stuff in between. But seriously, guys, we're all in for a great treat because Dana Earle is on the Productive Conversations podcast. Dana, what's up?
Hey everyone, how's it going? Not much is up. Hanging in there. How are you
Hey.
doing through this pandemic?
Oh man,
Don't talk too much. What's new? I definitely saw your top movies of the decade post. Agreed with a couple, disagreed with a couple. Um,
why don't we get
but
it? Well, we'll definitely get into that. I'm sorry, you better say something else.
no, I was gonna say I could tell you put a lot of effort into that.
Well, I mean, when you get your whole degree and that kind of stuff, it's easy transition with that. But yeah, or most importantly, I'm just a big movie and TV nerd, which I'm proud of. I feel like lately in the past few years, it's been kind of cool to be a film nerd and stuff, and just embracing it. But besides that, and we'll definitely get into that stuff. But I've been fine with the pandemic. Just I lost my job at the beginning of it, but we turned lemons into lemonade as a result of
I hear
making this
you.
podcast and been, catching up with everyone I can. And just as little Uzi once said, I wake up in the morning and I'm getting back to it. And that's what it's been with me. What about you? How has pandemic life been treating you?
Um, so. I work in healthcare, so that's like some days are good, some days are stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Other than that, it's pretty okay. I got two dogs during the pandemic, not one but two. So I've
Really?
been having fun like training them. That's been challenging yet rewarding, mostly because weather dependent.
Mm-hmm.
Puppies don't love cold weather. And actually, my other dog, we had to amputate one of his legs. He was hit by a car.
Oh,
He's
sorry
good.
to hear that.
He's thriving. He is totally thriving. He's awesome. Honestly, I should take videos. He should be an inspiration to people everywhere because he does so well. And that's about it. Got a new car. Finally got booted off my parents' like high school car that they got me. I'm officially a big kid now. I made it.
Oh man, you're really striving, living your best life. But I mean, first, Dana, thank you. I know you working in healthcare, has been quite the time, but always pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, and now we thank you for awesome people like you making us strive. And one thing, why don't we start with the pets though? So you're telling me you got new dogs. What are the names of your new puppies?
Ooh, I have a three-legged bandit, and then I just got a Belgian Malinois, kind of like a German Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Xena, Warrior
Wow.
Princess.
I really like those exotic names. One of my ex-girlfriends had a dog with three legs herself, and she was really, I mean, she was awesome. I love those dogs, and she was very energetic, and you really couldn't tell. I'm sure that's the same with the good old Bandit, right?
Yeah, they totally rebound.
Mm. What's your favorite thing to do with your dogs?
I like to go hiking with them. They're for the most part pretty good, but the second a squirrel passes by, it's like selective hearing is out the window.
Oh,
Um, I'm
tell me,
gonna
man.
try to get Xena to swim. I live on the Farmington River, which
Yeah.
is super awesome for the dogs because there's actually a like I don't know. Do you have your are you down in Norwalk?
Yep. Right,
So do you guys have
203.
like do you have the rails to trails path?
If it is there, I'm not sure where it is at the moment. Let me quick Google search
They
doesn't
like took this old railroad track that went from like Maine to Florida and
really.
called the Greenway. And it some towns call it like rails to trails. Obvious name speaks for itself. But that's on the other side of the river, but on our side it's just a clear woods path, and so they love it. We come
Mm.
across bears frequently though, which
Oh,
is concerning when they have cubs because my dogs don't get that.
serious. Wow. When you see, so like you've actually witnessed a bear, like you're just strolling and then bam, you see, brother bear and stuff like that. Aren't you supposed to like I don't know. I want to share I'm not a hiking expert, even though I love animals. But if you see a bear, aren't you supposed? I've heard. Are you supposed to freeze or you
Literally, my reaction is
just
different
yell at
every
them?
time. My reaction is different every time because reflexes are a thing. And so
Yeah.
your instinct is to, holy shit, I need to turn around and bolt. But then your brain's like, wait, no, I feel like I'm supposed to stay here and like slowly walk away. So it's like this mixture of like doing a 360 and then slowing down and then backpedaling and then should I run? And all while yelling after the dogs, please get over here.
Oh
Um,
my God. You.
last summer, we were like modding my boyfriend's car in the driveway, and we had the like music turned up because it was a nice summer day,
Mhm.
and this guy stops at the end of our driveway, lays on the horn, and he's like, there's a bear behind you, because we have the music on. We turn around, there's a bear in our trash can like 20 feet away. We were like, okay, this is good.
He must really liked your music what you were playing to find.
Yeah, or whatever was in our trash.
I mean, I don't know. I'd freak out if I saw a bear. I just hope or I wind up like those viral videos where they're more cuddly to me and nice. I saw today, or it was last night. Can't go to sleep. You just waste your time on YouTube. I saw this clip of this baby seal going to a cameraman and just chilling.
Oh,
I would just always hope the bears are like that.
I would also like to think that. I would definitely say that there is a strong demeanor change if they are with cubs versus when they're not. Like when I
Mm.
see them with cubs, I'm like, okay, we gotta go. Because they get super protective. I have had them pound their fists into the ground in front of me.
Oh my God.
And I was like, okay, we are turning around now. And then, but other times, if you yell, hey bear, and I have two dogs with me, if there's just one bear, they'll like take off.
Okay.
It's kind of you got to read the situation type thing.
What a metaphor for life. I
You're
like it.
not kidding.
My cat, the pets I got a little cat named Larry. He's a little tuxedo cat.
Ooh.
He's the homie. I'm actually kind of amazed. He's not afraid of any humans. Like obviously pre-pandemic world, anyone who come over, he just cuddle and chill. He hangs out with like the neighborhood cat across the street. And there's sometimes little cats away looking for him outside, but he hates the cold. But but then also he's actually pretty vicious. Like I would not suggest anyone go on his turf. I've seen like birds who did not make it out there. I've seen rabbits. I've seen like decapitated squirrels and chipmunks.
This is a yeah. You have an outdoor cat. We have
Yeah.
okay. We
Well,
have
he's both outdoor and indoor whenever he
yeah.
feels like it.
We also have three cats, indoor outdoor cats that leave us presents frequently on the front step.
Right?
It's like Dana's Ark over here. So everybody's got
Oh,
a friend.
I mean, in this awesome room you're in, behind you, I see a little tank. Is there a guy in a little animal in there, or was?
He's not little. That's a 7-foot snake.
Oh,
I don't know if he'll be out, but yep, that's a Brazilian rainbow boa. And then there's a turtle tub over here.
oh my God, you really are Dana's Ark.
That's a snake tank. And then there's like axolotls on the floor over here.
Oh man, you give all these animals hope. What are the names of all these little creatures?
You do not want to know my pet store balance each month. It is painful. Oh, you thought kids were expensive?
They
Uh,
really like you at Petco.
um, Snake is Nagini. I feel like that's pretty stereotypical.
Hmm.
Axolotls are just kind of there. They don't really have names. We have two fish tanks downstairs too. I didn't really name them. Just kind of like looking at them. Turtles are Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh my! Now that's the names.
And the cats are Rex Goliath, but we just call him Rex. Trunks from Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
Trunks. And then the other one, and then I named my other cat Nova. Good collection of names.
All right.
A lot of critters. A lot of
Is
critters.
is there any more critters like that are the dream? Are you could go Joe Exotic and find the 2K and get a tiger, or you got to get a lion, or
Don't
I
tempt
don't
me.
know.
Don't tempt me.
Try to find some other. Is there anyone else who's trying to join the squad?
Definitely thought about it. Kind of. I kind of want alpacas.
Oh, all right.
I kind of would be into having a farm. But no, I think I'm gonna cut myself off for the indoor animals. 5 is enough in this tiny 400 square foot apartment if I'm lucky.
But hey, the alpacas are waiting. I always think
Right.
of that scene for you see Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes.
Did he have an alpaca? It's like,
Are you-
Stacy, come here, eat your food, fat ass, or whatever he said.
Vote for Pedro.
Vote for Pedro. Oh, really simpler times. Yeah. So why don't we transition with that? Speaking of movies, Data. I got a kick out of your comments for my movie picks, and also my for my female actors picks and male actors picks. So the first thing is we'll put this all in the umbrella of movies, TV, actors, actresses, all that stuff. But I put Scarlett Johansson as my second favorite actor.
Trash.
And that was
Trash.
a controversial pick. Not only
I'm
you
so
in the
sorry.
comment, but
I'm so sorry.
why? What does ScarJo do?
No. So don't get me wrong. Scarlett Jo is drop dead gorgeous. I
Yep.
would absolutely spend a day with her, no questions asked.
Done.
If she wanted to spend her day with me in a bikini, I also wouldn't be mad.
Hell yeah. I think a lot of people would be.
She's just flawless. Like, I just have an appreciation for the female body. Like, she's gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
But
so talented too.
she has no, Matt, she has no facial expressions. I'm like, what you just said was really sad, but I just feel like you couldn't really care less about the line you just delivered. I just feel like she doesn't really have really facial expressions. I can't really be sold on anything she says.
Okay, I hear your critiques, but what about Marriage Story? You seen that? With her and Adam Driver going out of that crazy fight that's now been memed all over.
No, I haven't seen that.
She shows some emotions there. She actually legitimately got an Oscar nomination. We saw some tears and, figure out this mom being conflicted about her divorce and stuff. I think that's pretty deep. She's
good
won.
For her. She got nominated for an Oscar. That's news to me. Good for her.
Guess what? Not only once last year, but twice in the same year.
No, she doesn't deserve to. Slow down.
She got Jojo Rabbit. I thought it was fun. This little mom, also creates a cool German accent. And, she's won a Tony on stage, too. I mean, to be fair, I didn't see it, but you'd figure that, she doesn't have the screens behind, the help of the screen. She has to do this all night. So figure some people recognize it, don't you think?
Yeah. You know who I could really give a shout out to? Did you see Peppermint? Because I was really not expecting to see Jennifer Garner in such a aggressive role, and I loved it.
Peppermint, I've actually missed that one, but I love Jennifer Garner.
I love Jennifer Garner too, but I'm so used to her being in like cute little 13 going on 30 roles. And then in Peppermint, she turned into a straight badass, and I totally could get behind it.
All right, I see.
Check out Peppermint. You will not be disappointed. I think it was a Swedish film.
All right, yeah, it says it right here. I see, nice vigilante. Did say some. It's from America, but it looks
okay.
It looks like the director though is from France, so got some nice influences there. But yeah, I'm about it. I'm definitely about it. What other? Some of the other actor. I think the funny one was that, and then when people were questioned by decision, Elizabeth Moss, aka Lizzie Moss, from like Mad Men and Us. So of that thing.
No, she's in what's that Hulu? A Maid's Tale.
Yeah, Handmaid's Tale. I've heard people really get into it. Again, I had people question that. What was up with that? I think it was you said 2 or 3 was the ones that could be reevaluated, but I'm open to all opinions. So
she's a great actress. It's just I'm hesitant to say this because I don't want to hurt any feelings if she ever listens to this, which she probably will. I'm hesitant to say this, but she, as much as I love her artistic work, I think that she is great with facial expressions and things like that. I kind of Oh God, I feel so bad. She's not the prettiest one in the bunch. And so I feel like when you do top 10, you kind of want to be all encompassing. And so I feel like you could have picked maybe we could put Elizabeth Moss like 11.
All right. I respect your opinions. I hear you out. You know, I just really like her flow. I feel like I like she's definitely a character actor. She's not this star, and she just really gets lost in these roles. So you know,
I
I
do
put
appreciate
it
it.
in a hand. So yeah, is there like a beautiful actor, male or female, or they that is like really pretty, but just isn't there, like a Megan Fox? If you've seen
I was
Jennifer's
just gonna say
Body, is
Megan
that
Fox.
ah the
Oh,
cringe?
man. She got work done, and she was way cuter before she had work done.
Yeah, what do
Um,
you think? Why are these people? Why change things up? I mean, you're in the healthcare field. I'm sure you could see it's all about your natural beauty, right? And then you've seen a lot of older actors too, and I don't know. It's just
have you
awkward, you know.
have you seen the Way We Were, Barbara Streisand, Robert Redford?
I have, yes. That's a
Okay,
classic. All right.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I love that movie, and I love Barbara Streisand. And
mm-hmm.
something that I absolutely love about her, because she does have an excellent singing voice as well, is that so many people um, felt that she should kind of have her nose minimized a bit, kind of shave
Mm-hmm.
it down. And she was, and this is like, 70s, I
Yeah,
think.
came back to
Yeah,
the 70s.
she was kind of adamantly opposed back then, which I appreciated of her, because she was worried that if she had her nose done, it was going to change the way her voice sounded.
Yeah.
And so I like, instead of kind of going with the popularity of what everybody was doing in Hollywood, she's like, no, 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 I don't want work done because I don't want to change the way I sound or the way I look. And I appreciated that about her.
Of course. Is she staying legendary? You know, if she's still working. I mean, an icon, living legend icon. It's from
For
60s,
sure.
70s, and so on. And yeah, I think she's aged beautifully and gracefully. So just love the talent. What so what about the male actors though? What are some of your favorite male actors? Who really inspires you? Who's like hell yeah? Who do you like in that category?
I love Tom Hanks. I mean, who doesn't though? He can
Oh yeah,
play
America's Dad.
um he can play any role. I mean, from playing, like, I just finished watching Greyhound. So
I gotta see
from,
that.
you said you have seen that?
I gotta see that.
Oh yeah. So something from like Greyhound, which still has kind of like a Captain Phillips vibe too, maybe just
Hmm.
because we're on a boat in general. But something like that to Forrest Gump, a more serious role, to like Sleepless in Seattle, where he's a romantic. It's
Oh
just
yeah,
like he can play every role, which I think is a true testament to his ability as an actor.
right.
Um, and I would say the same about kind of Leonardo DiCaprio. Honestly, I think it's ridiculous that he didn't get anything for What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Hmm.
I think that was an incredible role for him. Um,
It's
what
a
was that one he did
travesty.
get one for? The Revenant? I'm like, of
The
all the
Revenant.
movies, The Revenant? Come
Yeah, they say
on.
that's that Oscar they give to like veteran actors who've made it far. Like, okay, here's so you can say you have it, even if it's not like the Oscar-winning role. You know.
Right. Of course, I got to give an RIP to Chadwick Boseman.
Hmm.
Um,
Definitely.
that was
That
kind of
was tough.
heartbreaking. Yeah, that was heartbreaking this year. I really like him. Idris Elba.
Yep.
Is he going to be the new James Bond? Or did we move in that direction?
He has my vote for it. You know, the James Bond movie just got pushed back again. It was supposed to come in April. I think it's not coming until the fall. And just all that mess with going on, all that mess figuring it out. I know this is definitely Daniel Craig's final Bond role, but yeah, why not? I know Idris Elba is up there, but at least give the guy one or two movies. I know, if I think it was George Lansby was only James Bond once. So why not have Idris Elba put that?
I hear you.
And he's just so suave, and he knows how to work his way around a gun. If you've seen his various crime movie roles, and he's just funny and witty and has that charm. So,
Who's your favorite Bond? Say Sean Connery, I dare you.
it- oh man, it really. I'm good. All right, I'm gonna take you there. I really think I know. Maybe definitely not recency bias, but like I just think of how if you think of James Bond, his charm, the suave. the one-liners, the genuine like action. I'd have to say that he earns the spot as the best Bond. But Daniel Craig is a close second. I think he's even funnier than people give him credit for, and he
Yep.
is more badass than the Sean Connery one. But I think gun to my head, I would have to say Sean
Sean
Connery,
Connery.
but Daniel Craig is one of my favorite actors in general. So
Yeah, I could probably do. Pierce Brosnan wasn't terrible, but I could probably do without him.
yeah,
I'd probably put Roger Moore before Pierce Brosnan. But
mm.
that I don't know.
We could
Take
agree
him or
that
leave him.
George Lansbury is the worst one, though, right?
Oh yeah, we could definitely agree on that.
Speaking of other worse, who are is there some male actors you don't feel on the same level, not feeling like a Megan Fox? Is there, like, I don't know, a Rob Schneider would be for me,
Ooh,
who is
okay.
I just don't get. I'll just say with that.
I just don't get that. Was generous of you. I'm trying to think. Male actors I don't get. Uh, I don't know. Honestly, I kind of like. I'm not done with the ones I love. I think I could do Happy Gilmore cover to cover. I love Happy Gilmore. I love.
Really? Oh, we could talk about
I
the things we love.
well, I like I like early Adam Sandler. I'm
Yeah,
talking like I have like a core four, and it's like Happy Gilmore, Mr. Deeds, Billy Madison, and
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy. Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. I have like the core four. Other than that, like Spanglish, all those other movies. 50 First Dates is cute, but like I don't know, those like kind of slapstick comedy I definitely preferred.
Yeah, I feel that it kind of dripped a little for him after Click, and all those core four are big fans of all of them. But obviously, Uncut Gems was one game changer, even though it's not the typical Adam Sandler roles. You
True.
saw that?
Yes.
We'll
Yeah.
say spoiler alerts for this one, but man, most depressing ending I've ever seen in a movie. And I've seen a lot of them.
Yeah, definitely you have.
And like, it's just, man, this guy, you wait all day, he finally pulls this off, only to get shot in the face. And then you just see his dead body, his ex-brother-in-law is killed, and then they just steal millions of dollars of diamond on the stores.
Oh, it's
What
tough
a
to watch.
what an end, what a sad, awful ending. I had to go to feel like you need to go to confession after. It's like, man, what's going on
I
here?
have to go confess my own stuff.
And I also really liked Funny People. Was good. If
What
you
was he
seen
in
that one?
Hot Tub Time Machine too? The kids like that one a lot.
Hot Tub Time Machine. I saw that in theaters.
It takes you back, right?
Every
Um,
time, every time.
I'm really trying to think about a male actor that I don't like, but it's funny because if I don't like them, then I just avoid them. So now, like,
That's fine too. It's
now it comes to mind.
trust me, no problems in
Oh
this.
no,
And
you know what? I have to Google this. What is his uh David Spade in certain roles?
funny you say that because I was talking to someone like 2 weeks ago. They said they didn't like David Spade either. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I can't believe I didn't say this. Because my boyfriend would kill me. He's obsessed with Jim Carrey. I'm totally
Oh,
missing Jim Carrey. And I'm so
oh,
sorry because I think he did like a great job in Spotless Mind.
yeah. Eternal Sunshine of the
Internal,
Spotless
yeah.
Mind.
He like
That
did a
movie
great
makes you
job in that role, but all of his like the Mask movie, Liar
feel.
Liar, his like, and here I go. I am two extremes. I want more than what Scarlett Joe is giving me in terms of facial expressions, but I want less than Jim Carrey.
I'm trying
Somewhere
to
in the
think.
middle.
I'm thinking of the actors who have that. Leonardo DiCaprio lately has had some crazy roles where he's because whether it's like a Django Unchained, this flamboyant, charismatic, crazy villain, or then the Revenant where he barely speaks and is always in pain. It seems. Yeah, that's just. I mean, any actor who does that is always a fan in my book. I just love the perfect blend of drama and comedy. And that's my type of stuff.
Definitely. I kind of would just like to be a fly on the wall in Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' marriage house kind of
Oh,
thing. I
duh.
have a major girl crush on Blake Lively.
Funny you say that. My buddy once, so they live in Westchester in Bedford, New York, and about like a half an hour from me. But I had my buddy was just at a it was I think it was at the those shopping centers. It's like a restaurant at one place and like a GameStop or
Yeah.
whatever. So he goes in one of those and he sees in Bedford, he sees Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds just walk out there willy nilly, and it was him, and then it was him and a Tinder date were hanging out, and they just said what's up, and then I guess there was a gym right there that they were just walked out, and they went for it. It's like, can we get a picture? And they said no, and she actually explained, I don't want a picture because I don't want the internet to see me in this. I guess she was post gym, which is a fair answer,
That's fair for her.
and stuff. But hey, they said they were pleasant, and that was the move, huh?
Yeah, they probably just want to be like regular people.
Definitely. Have you ever had a celebrity encounter?
Yes, actually, oddly enough, I was on the way from South Carolina. My cousin had just gotten married, and I was catching a flight. It was fate, catching a flight back up to Logan,
Mhm.
and my flight was totally canceled. So I had to catch like different routes. So I was like, can you fly me to Newark and then Logan? Can you fly me to Providence and then Logan? Can you
Mhm.
just fly me to Providence? Can you fly me to Connecticut? Like somewhere around there.
Right.
And they wound up flying me to Newark and then Boston. But when I was in Newark, I was sitting at a little cafe type area and pre-COVID, and
Yep.
um, none other than Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy walk in.
What?
They just finished doing, this is probably 7 years ago. They just finished doing a special on back when the Colbert Report was a Colbert Report on Comedy Central. They had
All
just
right.
finished doing an interview with him for Schitt's Creek because it was just about to start. So um, they sat down together, and you could tell him from a mile away with those eyebrows. You can't miss him. And they sat down, and everybody was like looking over there, but trying to maintain a normal conversation, like trying not to draw attention to
Hmm.
themselves that they were looking at them. But I am certainly not shy. So I
I
stood
love it.
up and I walked over there and I was like, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but are you Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy? And they're like, yeah, we are. I'm like, how's it going? What are you doing here? This is Newark. Like, you could be in
Yeah,
a
what are
lot
you doing in
cooler
New York?
places right now.
Right.
And they kind of explained that they just finished doing the show, but they're from Canada.
Yeah.
So they were flying back. So they were kind of flying from Newark up to Canada. They're on a different flight. But I didn't have anything else on me other than like Post-its because I was in grad school, or in college taking notes.
Hmm.
So I had nothing other than Post-its, and I still have them. And they say Catherine O'Hara's was like, nice to meet you. Good luck in school. Catherine O'Hara, and Eugene Levy was like, have a safe flight. And then he signed his name. So it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah, that was awesome.
They could have. I wonder they'd be like, so we're doing the show. It's called Schitt's Creek. It's gonna be a big deal someday, guy.
Wouldn't you know it won how many Emmys and
A
Oscars?
bajillion.
Yeah.
I love that show. It's good stuff. My mom, I have to get. She was on the wave before it hit Netflix. It was on like the Pop channel. So it shows a lot of Canadian stuff because that's where it originated from, and she's got the bragging rights.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Wow, but Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy, that's definitely the vibe. My celebrity encounters, I've seen some for work, but one that I haven't mentioned, when I was in Los Angeles, when I visited our friend Brad, this was pre-COVID last October. So I saw a lot of them. It was crazy how much I saw. I saw like a couple of Viners and stuff. Who's that? What's that girl? Her name's Vicky something. I don't know. I just see her be rude to people. She has millions of followers. We saw her, but on my flight back to New York, I actually had like a trifecta. These three celebs. One was, I don't know if you know him. You probably do. You know Billy I think it's Crudup. Billy Crudup.
Nope.
Well, he's in a bunch of movies. He's like another character actor. I saw him just hanging, drinking some whiskey. Nick Cannon got he was just being escorted into the plane. And then my third one, and like the amount of distance between me and my computer, well, only like 2 feet away from me, I saw her reading a script, and like no one recognized her. And I wish I was as confident as you with Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara, because I totally could have done it. And it
I was
wound up
like,
being
what's the worst thing they do is just like say no. All right,
yeah.
whatever.
The
Be rude.
funny
Be rude to me. You still talk to me and you're famous. Like I don't care.
the funniest rude story someone once said, our friend Jordan Simpson said that he saw Lindsay Lohan at a bar and asked for he said he was confident like you. He went to get a cigarette with his buddy, and she was smoking cigarettes too. And he was just like, "Hey, can I borrow your lighter? Because we can share lighters." And then she gives him the lighter, and she says, "I don't want anything to do with you. You keep the lighter." So that's just the worst that could happen, and it isn't even that bad. It's a good story.
I'm trying to imagine all of the responses that Jordan Simpson could have for that because Jordan Simpson is an absolute riot.
He said he was starstruck too, but he said he had so much rage, but he was like, but it's Lindsay Lohan, and he let that pass for sure. But anyways, the speaking of Mean Girls, the person who was next to me, we were both waiting in the terminal together, was Amanda Seyfried.
Let's go. I feel for her that that's her recognizable role because she's a pretty good actress and
Oh yeah.
she's got some other good stuff, but I feel bad that she'll always be the girl from Mean Girl. Like
Right.
Rachel McAdams is like the girl from The Notebook, or
Hmm.
what is that one? Timekeeper's Wife, or
Yeah, the Timekeeper. I think it is
something like
Timekeeper's wife.
that. But yeah, Rachel McAdams has been in so many roles, or Dear John with Channing Tatum,
Dear
I
John.
think. So I don't know. I feel for Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool that you met her. Did you ask her for her autograph?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't say I was too scared to say what's up. But she was reading a script. I was like, is this her big role? And I remember, so we're not gonna call it Coach. Oh, where'd you go? There, Dana. Please stand by. We'll be right back, guys. Hey, we're back.
Things are going well over here.
No worries, but okay. So guys, we're back. Just had some technical difficulties, but we are right here, ready to go. So, anyways, all good here.
How much snow did you guys get? Did you are you guys getting snow right now?
We got just a blanket, like 1 to 3 inches.
Yeah,
Not
not
too
sure.
much. Should be clear by tomorrow and all ready to go. What about you?
Yeah, not sure why we just lost internet because it isn't too serious out there. But here we are.
Oh, what was you Everest people at Eversource. But yeah, that was from what we were saying before, that yeah, the man is Seyfried. But I remember the end of this, we were all board in the plane. She got the executive class, as they say, the first class, and I don't want to say coach, but I was in the humble section, I'd like to call it. I remember we all just walking in front of them, her just chilling in her perfect one first class seat, and just remember goals. So yeah, that's the coolest encounter I've had in recent memory.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Do you have a dream celebrity that you want to run into?
Dream celebrity? Um, I kind of like Mark Wahlberg. I feel like I keep pretty down to earth. I could talk to him about a lot. Marky Mark.
Oh yeah.
Kind of
How are you? How's your mother doing?
definitely grew up just south of Boston too. So I love like Mark Wahlberg, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. You know,
Oh yeah,
Boston kids.
the Boston Squad, of
Yeah,
course.
I could definitely run into Tom Brady, for obvious reasons.
Oh man, how do you feeling about Tom Brady right now, Dana? Are you happy? By the time we're recording this, he got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Super Bowl, as we see that flag behind you. But
Funny you noticed that.
yeah. So I know you're a Patriot fan. So, but let me ask, were you a Tom Brady huge supporter during the season? Are you happy to see he's in another Super Bowl? Is it hard to see? Is it like seeing your ex with another person, or how are we feeling right now about Tom Brady?
So it's funny you say that because I'm a kind of a football fan in general. So actually last year when it was Pats Chiefs, I
Mm-hmm.
kind of was actually rooting for the Chiefs. I really wanted Andy Reid to have a Super Bowl. I kind of really want Mike Tomlinson to have one. I really like the Steelers. But I really just really love Andy Reid, and I wanted him to have a Super Bowl. I liked the way Mahomes had played all season last year, and so I'm
Right.
kind of a football fan in general. So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
even though I love Tom Brady, part of me was like, I really want to see that aspect of it too. Um, and of course, um, my boyfriend is the Bucks fan. So this summer, Tom Brady was traded to the Bucks, and we were
Hmm.
like, okay, this fall might not be so good for us and our house, especially during COVID times where we're already being quarantined.
Right.
So, but again, because I'm a football fan in general, I'm just so happy to see Tom Brady play for the Bucks, and he is doing so well. I asked a lot
Yeah.
of people at the beginning of the season, before seeing how they turned out now, would you rather have Tom Brady or would you rather have Bill Belichick? And just about everybody said they would rather have Bill Belichick because of all of his years of experience.
Hmm.
But as it turns out, you'd almost rather have Tom Brady. You
I
do
mean,
want to have Tom Brady.
look at this. He proved that he's the greatest of all time. If someone doesn't think that, they are just being straight up ignorant. And I mean, look at it. See, he in 1 year. I mean, the Bucks boyfriend knows it. They weren't in the playoffs until since 2007 coming into this year, and then bam, bring Tom Brady in, and essentially much of the same team from last year stayed, and now they're playing in a Super Bowl at their home stadium too. So, I mean, what a feat! Isn't it crazy?
What an absolute boss move to call up your friend Rob Gronkowski and pull him out of retirement.
That too. Oh man, I won't lie. Like, I don't know. You saw that video with when they reenacted them boarding the plane and stuff, and I just think that's cool. But who's joined us on the show?
Oh, I was trying to keep her away from the squeaky toys, but she's supposed to be 15 weeks old, but she looks like she could be a 6-month-old puppy.
Oh yeah, she's
I'm
nice. She's growing.
highly, highly concerned about how big she's going to be when she's older.
I think she'll scare off the bears when you guys are hiking.
That's the goal. I always wanted a little black wolf cub, so I was just got an all black shepherd.
Hey, I love it. I love it. And it's special because it's yours. So, but
Exactly.
yeah,
You
Tom
gonna get
Brady.
any friends for Larry?
The only friends like there's a neighborhood cat that will come and look for him. And I'll hit even though it's crazy. She actually will walk in the cold and stuff. This white little cat it's our neighbors. But yeah, you see him on the stoop just waiting, and she purrs like a little kid asking if his friend could come out to play. It's adorable.
Yeah.
So that's what's really cool of the winter that they hang out just sitting. Like you'll see them like stupid together. It's nice. It's nice.
Stoop kid.
Stoop is unleave a stoop. Duh.
Uh, I'm interested to see Tom Brady play at home, which will definitely be an
Oh yeah.
advantage. But I kind of think that the Chiefs might be a bit better than them. I'm interested to see the point differential
Yeah.
uh, when it first kind of starts.
I
I
mean,
wonder. Go ahead.
those two insane offenses, they just all they do is score. And now you have them coming together. Like we said, you have a legendary quarterback with a legendary quarterback in the making, legendary quarterback in Brady, legendary quarterback in the making in Mahomes. And yeah, I guess it's gonna be who wants it more, who's gonna blink. And
And make no mistake, Tom Brady threw 3 interceptions in the second half. I mean, it was the Tampa
right.
Bay defense that kept them in the game. So it's
Oh
going to
yeah,
be definitely a really good game to watch. I'm excited. I
for
really
sure.
like seeing, just because, the whole Peyton Manning, Eli
Mhm.
Manning thing. We grew up watching them play each other,
Right.
but it was heartwarming to see him play Breeze and Rodgers. At least one more time. I'm
Yeah.
really happy I got to see him play Breeze one more time. I'm thinking he's probably going to retire.
Yeah, it seems that. I mean, you have a physical therapy degree, and when you break so many ribs, especially at that older age in your 40s, that can't be easy to like throw a ball and just breathing. Am I right?
Definitely. I think it's a miracle that Alex Smith is still going to play after having like 17
Yeah.
surgeries to his leg. I mean, that's just kind of a testament to not only his mental stability, but also, I guess, the doctors that work for the team, because that's kind of unbelievable. It's I definitely think that as a quarterback, just kind of sitting in the pocket like a duck can be intimidating if you've definitely had rib injuries before.
Oh
Um,
yeah, and we saw in that game that they had to bring in Jameis Winston to throw the ball long. I think it just shows and nothing. I mean, Drew Brees is a Hall of Famer, one of the greats, but
no question, no question.
so he did it until he couldn't anymore. We can only respect any athlete that does that.
Absolutely, I support that. I'm
How do you?
interested to see what Rogers does.
Yeah, this was about to ask you. How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers? You a fan? You think he's cool? You think he's gonna stay in Green Bay after this crazy season? I know he's still signed for 2 more years, and he's probably going to be the MVP of this season. How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers?
He had some weird drama with his brother a couple years ago, didn't he?
Yeah, there was this. His brother was on The Bachelor and won. His brother Jordan, and yeah, he said that they were estranged from the. He was estranged from the family, which I hope that changed after that.
Yeah.
And I think it was over a girlfriend that, like, I think it was Olivia Munn actually.
Yeah, it was Olivia Munn.
I mean, that's tough when you have to pick between those two, but
He's
hopefully it changed.
I think he picked Olivia Munn, but if I'm not mistaken, I think he's with Danica Patrick now.
Yeah, I think they were, but I think they broke up this year.
Ooh.
So,
Anyways, but him as a football player.
yeah,
Enough about his
hey,
dating
same
life.
thing. Still
He,
both really interesting.
I really love him, and he used to play with Clay Matthews. I really like
Yep.
Clay Matthews as a linebacker. I'm showing my age right now.
Oh, I remember Clay Matthews, the beautiful hair, that beautiful blonde hair.
That name, yeah, you couldn't.
He was a Viking.
Yep, could not pay me to try to play football against him. He was an absolute warhorse. But
Oh yeah.
I like Aaron Rodgers a lot. I think he does the best he can to kind of stay out of the tabloids, which I appreciate. Just kind of shows up, does his job. I think he's a great leader for his team. But I've never been truly awestruck of Green Bay the way I have been about the Chiefs, the way I have been about the Bills this year. I really was kind of rooting for the Bills this year. I like Josh Allen. I like Josh Allen a lot.
He's the man.
Yeah.
Can't bring him down.
Right. I really liked Andrew Luck when he was playing, but I've never really just been like, I like Aaron Rodgers, but I've never been totally awestruck by Green Bay, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I could hear you. I mean, when you lose they lost 5 NFC championships in the last 10 years. It's hard to hold it in now, but
You're
I
good.
mean,
You're just not good enough.
they was quite thick. I do think they lost because of bad coaching. We know, not going for it on 4th and goal, down by 8. The questionable, some of the play calling to let the at the end of the second half with Scotty Miller just pass it Kevin King, making him look ridiculous. So should have played zone.
Yeah.
I'll let him get behind. So yeah, that's just quite reflection. I don't know. You know the Pat McAfee show?
No.
Oh, it's just this awesome podcast. Highly recommend. Pat McAfee actually used to be a punter in the NFL for the Colts, and he has his own
Really?
show, and he's a big deal, like Sirius XM deal and everything. He has Aaron Rodgers every Tuesday, and he came on today, and he was honest, and he reflected. He could have definitely backed out after a heartbreaking loss, but he took it. He took the questions, talking about his future.
Yeah.
He said,
I am surprised they didn't go for it on the last, like, why did you kick it?
yeah, I mean, the reason he said,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, just that Coach LaFleur said that he felt that he just trusted his defense. They had 3 timeouts left. They could have stopped him, but he went up against Tom Brady, and well.
Yeah. I mean, that's a huge compliment to, put that weight on your defense. That's a huge compliment towards your defense, certainly. But kind of, I think any seasoned coach would be like, you don't have enough time to go down and get the ball back, dude. You gotta get
and you're going against Tom Brady.
Yeah, you need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. What are you doing?
Oh man, tough pill to swallow. Luckily, my Giants just didn't make the playoffs, so I don't have to be frustrated for now.
At all, yeah. Same with the Patriots. I like Cam Newton. I'm interested to see. He seems to be a good leader for the team. I'm kind of interested to see where the team goes as a result. I actually don't even know how many years he signed with us for.
I think he only had a 1-year contract. So, but would you bring him back? Are you going to draft someone new? In Bill we trust? What do you think the Pats should do?
Do you know what's so funny? As a Pats fan, I'm so out of the Patriots loop. because like we were so bad this year.
Yeah.
Um, I would keep Cam Newton, I think, but usually, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but usually when you see, aside from like maybe Fitzpatrick, who's played for a couple teams, usually when you get a quarterback, you have like a franchise QB. Think about Carr for the Raiders. Think about
Mhm.
Tom Brady. Well, Tom Brady's a bad example because he just left. Um, but you have these kind of franchise QBs. But like, is Cam Newton going to keep like hopping around, or should we make a team for him and make this his home?
I think he's good enough to still be a starter in the league, but it just didn't work in New England, and I feel that it's time to really rebuild, maybe draft a new quarterback and start building around him and start from scratch. While assuming that Bill Belichick still wants to do it. I know he's pushing his 70s, but hey, if anyone can do it, he can. So that's my opinion for it. But and then let's see if anyone else wants to take him, whether like if the Panthers. I know the thing about the whole, like, half the teams don't know what their quarterback's doing. There's going to be a lot of free agencies and stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe see if they want to give the chance with him, or maybe a Pittsburgh who still wants to win now, but Big Ben might not have it. No, that's what I think if they want to give him another shot. But only time is going to tell.
Yeah, we'll see.
So
COVID's crazy with these new strains people are talking about. We don't have to talk about COVID on the show. We get enough of it in our day-to-day lives. Um, I mean, we all thought like, ooh, concerts in fall 2021, August 2021. Like, ooh, wonder if that's still gonna happen.
yeah, it's so
Talking about second strains, but also everyone's getting vaccinated. Like, I don't know what to believe.
that's my answer to that is let's just get through the winter, and hopefully and trusting science will prevail. That I know as early as today that it's funny because a completely different story yesterday, but as of today, at least, that President Biden wants to get every American who's interested in a vaccine to get vaccinated by the summer. That's the report as of today. Who knows if that's changing? Who knows if that's changing as we're speaking? But yeah, I'm just really just trust the science. The cold is forcing us all to stay inside mostly,
Right.
anyways. So just hoping by April we have at least a plan, a guide. I know us at Kinetic. Well, I don't know. Did you get vaccinated yet in the healthcare field, or?
Yeah, I had my first one and I actually get my second one next week.
All right, awesome.
Yeah,
That's great. Congratulate. Well, is that something you congratulate for?
definitely.
Or
I feel like I'm
yeah,
doing
you
my
do
part
graduate.
to save. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing my part.
Of course,
Uh,
of course. So
I know.
just
Go
it's
ahead.
just a new thing. Just making sure say the right thing.
Well, everybody's posting pictures, so I have not yet. So sometimes it's like, did you really do it if you didn't post a picture?
Oh
So,
yes, yes. But
I did
seriously
post
though,
it.
seriously, that's also though. Thank you for doing your part again, especially just your whole field and all your colleagues and the place you work at. You know, obviously, like, as I said before, pre, during, and post COVID, just thank you for what you do to help us get through this. And that's awesome to hear. Now that you have the vaccine, though, you just I guess you're just a waiting game at this point, as other people. Like I'm not able to get vaccinated until at least as early as June, which is fine. I can wait it out and just doing my part anyway, socially distancing and wearing now I'm double masking, which I think is awesome because it helps me. It's more sturdy, and like when I
100.
wear my sunglasses and stuff, it's no fogger coming out. But yeah, I just hope that we have more answers in the spring. You feel the same way?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, full transparency, I had not a awesome experience to the shot itself. My
Hmm.
arm was killing me. I had a terrible headache, almost like could not function at work headache.
Really?
Um, yeah, but that was kind of the worst of it. I'm interested in what happens with the second one because they seem to say that symptoms are worse. I had the Moderna, but we'll see. It's kind of yeah, like full transparency, I was on the fence. I was like, I feel like there's, as a scientifically trained skeptic, I was
Right.
like, I don't know, should I trust this? Like, I know you're all telling me to, but my microbiology background is like, maybe we should pump the brakes and wait a little bit. But I wound up going through with it just because I felt like it was the right thing to do as a healthcare professional.
Right.
But we'll see. I think it's nice that they're kind of rolling it out in the way that they're rolling it out.
Mm-hmm.
But oddly enough, I got it done at St. Francis, and there were like 300 other people getting there. No lie, no exaggeration. Like 300 other people getting their shot there at the same time. And I'm looking around thinking like all these people are probably healthcare professionals, and we're all bringing our separate healthcare facilities all into one place, St. Francis, to get our shot. Like, I know we all have masks on, but there are way too many people here. But I appreciate them, rolling the shots out and stuff.
For sure. And we, like we said, we appreciate you and your bravery to get it. And, I'm sorry you did have to deal with, some of the after effects, but, in the end, you do your part in helping end this pandemic. And it shows, like, as any time, I got a flu shot earlier. And, obviously that's different than the COVID shot. But, anytime you get a vaccine, it's weird for a few days of your body to get used to it. But in the end, and I know, I'm sure I'm not sure. I know that you can vouch for this because you're the expert in this field. But, once you get vaccinated, your body is in a much better position to go about its its everyday life. And I just think that's really fascinating and cool. And thank you for helping us lead the way to it.
Thank you for thinking that I am an expert in the field of virology because I definitely am not, but I appreciate the high praise.
Hey, we just love our science at the end of the day.
Yeah. So tell me an actor you couldn't do without. You never told me. Like, oh wait, yeah, you did. You said what was his name? He looks like David Spade.
An actor I can't live without. Like, as in the sense that, like, someone I'd really respect, admire, and want to hang out with for the day. Probably Donald Glover.
Ooh, excellent pick.
I would just, I mean, he is genuinely talented at all the things he does. Amazing singer, amazing rapper, great stand-up, awesome actor with all emotions. On this wall, we have a Atlanta poster, or I should say Atlanta landmark, on the landmark on the wall. And I mean, just everything he does is inspirational, and originally a comedy writer too. And yeah, I just love the vibes. I think we can really connect.
High praise for The Big Lebowski too. Excellent movie.
Duh. Classic. It's been so long since I've seen that movie. But I mean, I love the dude. You know what the best line in that movie is?
There's a couple.
My favorite one is, I forgot, someone was insulting him. He's like, well, that's your opinion, man. Every time I'm like in a heated argument, like if I'm texting in a heated argument,
yeah,
I feel some type of way, always saying that's my go-to meme. And the other one is, Drake and Josh. You ever see that one? Whoa, just take it easy, man. Always in that, especially like in a group chat setting. It's funny.
This is not Nom. This is bowling. There are rules.
What was it? John Goodman brings that gun out in that.
Yeah, John Goodman's pretty good too.
Oh, he's the homie.
A good movie I love him in is Matinee.
I've never seen that.
Not a lot of people have. It was kind of like a, I feel like it was a low budget film, but it was about the Cuban Missile Crisis, kind of in the background. But it was about, yeah, John Goodman had a role in that. I like Zach Galifianakis. Do you like baskets?
I've seen one episode and I loved it, and you just reminded me I need to finish it. I remember I saw it like, there's a new binge and life got in the way, but I like that. The guy on, what's his name? Louis Williams? Is that his name?
Louis Williams.
His co-star in it. Not Williams. I'm getting it wrong.
Yeah, Louis Anderson. You were right.
Yeah, Louis Anderson, for sure, for sure. Dana, one of the cool things I noticed when you were on your feed, you've been to a lot of cool sporting events in stadiums. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, I have been.
Can you tell me about your favorite stadiums you've ever been to, and where have you been, like throughout the various sports?
Okay, so I probably my favorite one, I was with Austin St. Ville. We had just landed in Ireland. We landed in Dublin, and we landed at like 6 in the morning. So you can't necessarily check into your hotel yet. But we had a whole bunch of bags and we didn't really know what to do. So we kind of asked the hotel if we could drop our bags off and then just went exploring the city. And we stumbled upon a rugby pitch at the break of dawn. So in Ireland, it's really foggy and it was just hovering above the field and it was gorgeous. I just walked out onto the field at, 7:15 in the morning and no one was on it. And it was awesome playing, kind of being able to touch a turf for a sport that was kind of originated over there as opposed to over here. Like you felt like you could feel the roots of rugby standing on a pitch in Dublin at 7:30 in the morning, breathing the morning air. And then as I was leaving, one of the players kind of like crossed me. They must have like 8 a.m. practice or something, but he was coming as I was going, and we just kind of like waved, didn't really say anything, and then just left. So that was pretty cool. I did a rotation, clinical rotation in Louisiana. So that afforded me the opportunity to go a couple hours east to Mercedes-Benz Stadium and a couple hours west to Astro Stadium. So even though I was there when the football season wasn't in play, so not the end of the world. It's not like I saw a Saints game, but I did check out Mercedes-Benz Field while I was there. And
what was that like?
It was pretty cool. It's got a lot of history because of Katrina. And then Astros Field is interesting because I'd never been to a field that closes on the top. I'd only ever been to like
retractable roof.
Yeah, I'd only ever really been to Met Stadium and Fenway Park. So seeing the field close, which I was super appreciative of because summer heat in Texas is unforgiving. So it was nice that it was like an air-conditioned baseball game. It's pretty cool. How about you?
My favorite stadium I've been to is Yankee Stadium. I mean, that's recency bias, but to be, from the few that I have been, I went to Nationals Park in DC, which was a beautiful spot. I been to Tampa Bay, the Race Stadium, that dome. I mean, I know people Tropicana Field. I know some people didn't like it, but I thought it was cool. I've been around other famous ones like Dodger Stadium. I seen when I was in LA, the new stadium, I think it's called SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, where the Rams play. They're having the Super Bowl there soon. So those are some of my picks. Good times. And I mean, the other ones that Teresa say, I love Madison Square Garden and all that, but I'm close to there. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But Dana, we've actually been striving an hour for this. It's been a really great time, and I really, really appreciate you coming on and doing this. And I'd love to do this again with you if you're interested as well.
Yeah, let's do it.
Definitely. But the way I end every podcast is something called the Proust Questionnaire. And I was wondering if you would like to answer some of these awesome questions.
Sure.
All right.
Rapid fire?
Somewhat. I mean, take your time with it, but it's going to be sweet. It's going to be sweet. And so here we go. The Proust Questionnaire featuring Dana. This is going to be great. So my first question for you: what is your favorite word?
Wow. That's tough. No one's ever asked me that before.
I know, that's what's awesome about these questions.
Favorite word? Why is this so hard? You really put me on the spot.
Right. But hey, I know that you have a great answer in you.
So there's it's actually your hip joint. It's the head of your femur, like the closest part of your femur to your trunk, sits into your hip, and it's called your acetabulum. And I think that's a really fun word.
Acetabulum.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Some people call it the acetabulum, but I can't in good conscience pronounce it that way.
You like that one better. All right. I like
Acetabulum.
it too.
That's a
I
fun
like
one.
it too. What's your least favorite word?
Do you get moist a lot? I feel like you probably get moist a
Believe it
lot.
or not, it's been said before, but not as often as you'd think.
Um, I don't really like the word crusty.
I hate that word too. I hate the word crusty, seeing crusty things.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's the visual association with something crusty.
Yeah. All right. All right. But hey, we don't like the crusty crab, the crusty burger, all that. So this question is a life question. Because when I ask it, some people like to hop into sexual thoughts right away, but this is more of a life question.
Okay.
What turns you on?
Like probably smell, like good cologne. I'm like, ooh, you smell good. You've got good
Oh,
hygiene.
yeah.
You're clean. You've got your act together. Like a good smell.
Do you have a favorite cologne that like guys wear or like your boyfriend wears, or is he like
No,
a
I'm not
polo? Or
picky.
just as long as it smells good.
Yeah, don't stink.
Don't stink. Number one motto. Number four, what turns you off?
Bad teeth.
Yeah.
Like I know that's some people are sensitive, maybe they didn't have dental insurance growing up, whatever,
Mhm.
I get it. But like if you're afforded the opportunity to get your teeth fixed, get them fixed.
Shouts to our dentists. We appreciate and love them.
I love my dentist.
Oh, yeah. Number five, what sound or noise do you love?
Mm. Sound or noise do I love? I have never thought of this before. That's so such a
That's what's
fun.
great about these questions.
My dog makes a very distinctive "my mom is home" bark when I get home, and it makes me feel really good, like I'm appreciated by my dog.
Oh,
He doesn't do it unless it's me. So I am appreciative to him for that. And it makes you feel cared for. It makes you feel appreciated and liked.
well, God bless them. I love hearing that. That's an awesome answer. What sound or noise do you hate?
Ooh. Have you ever I hate to say like rub two marbles together, but like have you ever had like glass rub on glass? Do you know that
Oh,
that
yeah.
sound like that?
I cringe right now. I get the
Like
goosebumps. I know.
if you like did two marbles on each other. I hate that sound. I hate that feeling.
Between that and the people who used to scratch on chalkboards, God forbid. What's your favorite curse word?
Huh. I think probably it's just fuck. I drop that word a lot. I'm comfortable with that word.
No worries. No worries. What profession other than your own that you'd like to attempt?
If I was smart, I would have been an astrophysicist. I think Neil deGrasse Tyson is the coolest person ever.
Yeah. All right. Hey, it's never too late.
That's true.
What profession would you not like to do?
Um, Anything manual labor related. You can miss me with landscaping.
And then my final question, Dana, before we say goodbye. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say to you when you arrive at the pearly gates?
What do I want him to say, or what would he say?
What would you like to hear him say?
um, I guess I kind of just want to be welcomed.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure you will, Dana. I
Well,
really mean.
thanks.
But you were awesome. I really enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this and want to come back.
Yeah, this was fun.
And yeah, I mean, seriously, Dana, you're one great person. Thank you for you and all your healthcare workers for doing their part in helping us get through this pandemic. And yeah, I just hope for great things. I hope you and your boyfriend have a safe 2021 and stay safe in this cold winter.
Yeah, you
And
too.
yeah, let's definitely do this again real soon. And just, I appreciate you and thank you so much.
No problem. Have a good night.
Have a good night. See ya.
All right, bye.